Good morning, everybody. Got to wait for everyone to fill up, obviously. Alright, this is the Mercs versus the Musketeers. That's what we've got in this one. You know, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not, convinced we're going to see much from the Mercs in this game. But the only reason I'm watching this one is because, gosh, some changeover in their team makes it kind of interesting to watch. So we'll see what they do. I've also kind of want to see what Paris has got. I haven't seen him in a while. I haven't watched him in a minute. Let's put first down mag on this now. Live watch on. Just gonna put on Instagram today. There we are. Hello, Ricardo. Bet you're feeling good. As the lineal champion of the ELF, which the Raiders currently are. The lineal champ. The champs who beat the champs you currently hold the ELF championship if we had that system. So congratulations. These games, it is what it is. Not everyone can be a barn burner. This one in particular, upset, alert, and kind of not really. Cologne Centurions versus, if all the games are blowouts, I won't be here for the whole stream. They will be, but it depends how interesting. If a team's just put on a clinic, then maybe we will. But Centurions versus Panthers, that one's rough. Awesome, good to see. Hope he's doing well. Hope he's feeling good. Imagine he was probably drinking last night. A lot of the team probably were celebrating that, so that's pretty good for them. Clone Centurions versus Volta Panthers. That's going to be a blowout, but good for fantasy if they give it to David or DJ. Enthroners versus Surge. That one maybe could be a bit interesting if the Enthroners start hot. Paris versus Helvetic. It's more that I'm looking forward to seeing how Helvetic have changed over the last couple of days, because, they made some switch-ups. That's undeniable. They've done something. And then Nordic Storm versus Hamburg Sea Devils could be interesting as well. Maybe, but I am doubtful. Of course, I am doubtful. I would say if there was a team that could do an upset, it'd be Enthroners. I agree. Centurions, no. I don't think the Mercs have a chance, to be honest. But shit, I didn't think the Raiders had a chance yesterday, and I ended up pulling a win out. If I get ELF for PD up as well, we'll see that currently the Raiders are still in the playoff spot. As of the Fire, interestingly. So you got the Raiders there, the Fire is still in the playoff spot. The Surge win today, they will go above because they got more conference wins and also more total wins. So they'll go above. What's up? Good to see you. Hoping for an Enthroners game of sorts. I think they could reasonably be within 25, maybe. I have a little bit of belief in them. The Enthroners, they got a high score on offense. The Surge are quick to take out starters. So I think it could be a recipe for a fairly competitive game. Maybe. I'm a little bit dark today. It's a little bit grey outside, so it's made everything a little bit darker. So you have to deal with that for a bit, unfortunately. But Vikings, they won a clinic against my Prague Lions yesterday. That's fine. That's done. Panthers, technically, I believe the Panthers would go above Prague if they get a win today, because they have not played the Vikings yet. And then I think that'll be the last time they go above them. Hopefully. So that's interesting. Galaxy aren't playing today, but they're on a 3 losing streak. That's mad. Sea Devils also on a 3 losing streak. They need to get something out of. They need to kind of pull out the fire against the Storm. Otherwise, I really think they're just finished. They have no chance at all. They already probably don't, but that would be a nail in the coffin. Yeah, I think that'd be good. I think the Mercs are a little late out because it is. Actually, I guess it's 7 minutes too. Let me see what's going on with the Enthroners game. We said we watched the start of that one for Marcus. His daughter is on the field, which is dope, for the opening display. So let's get that one up. I believe in the Enthroners a little bit to score some points. They have the ability to score sometimes. They have moments of like incredible play. I mean, to be honest, shout out Petra on the screen there. They look pretty good against the Panthers. Now they arguably could have won if they just kept on the foot on the gas a little bit more. It's unfortunate, but it was what it was. Enthroners national anthem. Enthroners national anthem? Hungarian national anthem. We are watching the Enthroners game. I've been tagged in a post. That always worries me whenever I get tagged in a post. Always a scary one. Can't actually see it. Maybe it got removed immediately. We'll find out. Gotta wait for that one. I am watching the Surge versus Enthroners. I think that's probably got the most potential to be an upset game. I've got bets on them because they're a 45-point favorite. So that's my thing, you know. I think they can do that. I think they could do that. What's up, BLF Peter? Just saw you tagged me. Appreciate that. It's the German national anthem. Let's see what I've got today. So I've got, in total, here are my predictions. It's a bit offensive to compare the Raiders to. Yeah, fair point. Fair point. It's more so the going against the odds, as it were. But you're right. That was rude of me. Okay, so here's my bets. I've got a fourfold on scores, so I think it'll be under 64 points in Cologne versus Panthers. Under 60 for the Enthroners Surge. Over 51 for Storm and Sea Devils, and under 57 for Musketeers and Mercenaries. And then I've got Panthers to win even if you took off 48 points. I've got Enthroners to win if you added 45.5 points. And then Paris and Storm, I took the under on those as well. So for me, the Enthroners are starting off with a 45-point lead, technically. So life is good right now. This is probably as good as it's going to be all game. As of now, on my accumulator, the Enthroners are winning 45 now, currently. Whether or not it'll stay like that, different story. But here we are. In terms of fantasy, let me see what I'm cooking now. I've not had the best fantasy week, I won't lie. Jay, still waiting on him. He'll play this evening. David, looking for a big one from him. Kandar, looking for a big one from him. Crookshank already played well. 2 touchdowns, I think nearly 100 yards. Dale's playing today. Botel's playing today. Willie Patterson didn't do too much. And then Surge defense and Surge kicker as well. So there we are. There's Durman. There's Borkovic with a nice tash. I swear that ref was in the game yesterday. Maybe he's travelled. That's pretty badass, I won't lie. Here it is. There's Vidagani, Riley. Nicely done. And back to wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. What's up, SH? Good to see you. Good to see you on a Sunday. I'm chill day, you know. Let go of my anguish that Prague lost and also lost a bunch of money because the Raiders won. I've got coffee. It's a Sunday morning. FaceTime to my girlfriend today. She's wonderful. Life is good, you know? Good. I'm chill. Today's games are more low energy because, you know. I'll share it up as well, so you should get some more traction. ELF is now on Insta. There we are. So hopefully some more people follow you. Because it is deserved. You got the Triple Crown. Every single Triple Crown winner has been kind of somewhat of an ELF legend. Can't think of a Triple Crown winner that wasn't. Hello Marcus, good to see you. You must be happy, must be a proud dad moment for you. And with Guy as well as a player you've interviewed. Even better. Congratulations. That's very dope. She must be rooting for the Surge, but I imagine part of you is also hoping the Enthroners do well. First day out of bed for me, so sick I could not watch the games yesterday. That's tough. 3-day fever, fuck me. Yeah, the Austrians, they were doing well yesterday. They really were. And I think overall, I do think that Madrid losing was good for the Raiders. Because the Raiders, realistically, against the Ravens, even if the Ravens win, they get the division. That's okay. The Raiders can still get the wildcard spot. They don't want more teams competing for the wildcard spots. So I think it's good for them. Potentially. I'm not really sure. I'm not like an expert when it comes to odds and stuff like that. But I think it would be better for the Raiders to shoot for those wildcard spots than try and aim for the division. Because with the wildcard spots, you got Rhine, Prague, Stuttgart, and Madrid realistically going for it. So if Madrid loses, good for them, right? There you are, see? Still hanging about. Yeah, it was a bit quick. It was a bit too fast. Ended up being a bit too fast of a hit. There we go, there's Jamal. Just an influx of Raiders propaganda. We were on, I think you were on last night, and we saw that they were the lineal champions, which is very cool. I'm a big fan of lineals. As a combat sport fan, I was happy to see lineal championship status. There's a pass to John Cole. How they've not got him his own jersey yet is an odd one. No, he's wearing 26, but no fatigue for this one. Interesting. Fatigue in street clothes. How high the Enthroners beating the Surge today? I mean, technically, they're 45 points up by my minus. I took them for plus 45, so they are currently 45-0 up. There's Brock Derman, short route, a couple yards, brings up third down already, but at least a couple of yards. 2 completed passes in a row is a good thing. And then the other games have started too. I think they're all still, and we get up. The good thing about having a betting app is it literally gives you like the seconds that they're going. So it's actually a little bit ahead of the website, which is good. Yes, I do agree. I think that you need to beat Madrid again. That would be a great win. You need to beat the Fire. That would be a great win. Obviously, like the schedule for the Raiders is so tough that it's going to be really hard to make playoffs. But I believe in you guys. Or John Cole, go for the first down. He gets it. Maybe. Just about. Oh, I'm glad they took the name of 26 off. Just to give him his blank jersey. That's much better. Just finished watching the Raiders' big win. Also, like, Sullivan's getting used more. Agreed. I was really a big fan of Sullivan. I'm happy he's getting used too as well. I like it. I think that's a good, clean graphic. ELFpedia is all about clean, readable graphics. Oh, nice play by the Enthroners for about 8 or 9 yards on the play. They're moving. Yeah, I think the commentary was quite quiet, to be fair. Yeah, that's such a big one. That Ravens game is huge. Oh, drop over the middle. But the Enthroners, they're kind of moving a little bit. I think the running back is retired, if I'm not mistaken, mid-season. If we go into ELFpedia, we find the Enthroners. It took me a while to find them now. They do have a couple of running backs, but nothing crazy. They've never been much of a running team. I'm surprised they didn't get in. And I think I know who they're going to get in as one of their E's, which is a really good signing for them. Oh, yeah, mentally, that's a big one. Because the schedule is so brutal to them. So another first down by the Enthroners here. Because you got Rhine, which you won. So you got Munich next at home. You split that one 1-1. That would be reasonable. Madrid away is tough. And then Rhine away. So you might go 2-2 in this next. Say you go 2-2. That would be like 7-5, 8-4. It would be very Raiders to go 8-4. It would be so Raiders to go 8-4. All roads lead to 8-4. There's a short pass out by the Enthroners again for a couple more yards. The Enthroners are moving the rock quite well. There is a flag in the play though. Offside by the defense. Replay first down, but that's okay. So Cologne started the ball against the Panthers. And then Helvetic started with the ball against Paris. Interesting. Raiders will probably finish it. They'll find a way to go on a great end of season stretch. Beat all the toughest games of their season. Beat Rhine twice. Beat Munich. Beat Madrid again. Just to lose to Cologne. Just so they can fulfill 8-4. I mean, what, you'll be fine. You have 4 losses. I would say no. I'd say it's still... That's true, not 4-8. I think it's not over if you have 4 losses, but it will be very hard. You would need Prague to lose to the Galaxy. You'd need Rhine to lose a couple times, and you'd need to Storm. Yeah, you'd need Rhine to lose both to the Storm. You'd need Prague or 2 sacks in a row. There is a flag though. So you'd need Rhine to lose both games to the Storm. You'd need Prague to lose to the Galaxy. And you'd need Surge to lose to the Paris Musketeers again. That would be so funny. Can you imagine? Durham a little bit tweaked maybe on the leg. Mercenaries already punting away, and Enthroners on a 3rd and 17 now, which is a bit brutal, I think. This is going to be a rough one, but Doman looks a little bit limp here, which is not good. It'd be a shame. The protection's really got to hold up for him in this game, I'm not going to lie. There's a short pass out. I think those short passes are going to be important for them. They get a couple yards. It's going to be a tough one though. I think they're going to have to punt this. 8 weeks into the season, we still don't have the logos on our helmets. To be fair, the Enthroners don't either. Alright, Enthroners going to punt. Honestly though, not the worst drive for them. They had a few moments. They had some good offensive plays. They got near the 50. It's not a bad drive for the Enthroners. I think they take that. Punt is up and away. Here is Stuttgart. It's a great punt. It's a great punt. Could be down to the 11. Happy days for them. Let's keep an eye on these. Yeah, I hate their logo. If I was gonna change any logo in the ELF, it'd probably be the Mercs, because it just doesn't even look like a mercenary. Like it's just like you say, it's a default logo. Let's have a look at the box score for this one. Centurion started. Not really much going on for that. Not expecting much from that one. Yeah, exactly. Like it was legit like a PNG purchase, wasn't it? Wait, is Lars Heidrich starting? Wow. Riley's not even playing. I think we're just like load managing Riley Henderson for the whole season. Now that's interesting. No Riley. Currently. Fascinating. Oof. No. No, Galaxy logo's nice. It's hard to draw. No Riley. Ravens is also bad, yeah. The Ravens, if it was just the Raven and not the actual words, would be fine. But Nine's pissed, but okay, Heidrich is in. No Riley is interesting and honestly pretty good for me. Huh. Fuck the bookies indeed. Incomplete pass for the surge over the middle. Guess it's a shame. The old NFL LE logo was a banger. The cut choices are weird. Because like, didn't the universe own that though? The universe own that in like that property? Might do. I mean, if Lars is playing, that's good for me in terms of like I think they'll score less. Lars is a great, probably one of the best German quarterbacks there are. He's a great player. But obviously, I bet the Enthroners to win if you added 45 to their score, which looks like that might be the case. Is another drop by the Enthroners. Not giving you hope. I'm just saying that it will be maybe a more redeemable score. I mean, you nearly had a safety right there. And tell me what dropped a pretty should be cool pass. It's already fourth down for the surge. Are they not in the GFL still? And I've been following them too closely, I must admit. There is a punt for the this one. This one actually might be more interesting than I originally thought. No idea why Riley's not playing. I'll message Nick, see if he knows anything. No Henny? Interesting. Remember Surge played with homegrown quarterback against a winless team. God's won that. Thomas, don't give yourself hope, but let's we're Enthroners fans today. Interesting. Huh. Let's get Lars' stats up for his career. It just depends on if the Enthroners can get ahead. Maybe they'll be able to hold off, because our defense has got some pieces. Lars Heidrich. I think I'm saying that right. He's a young guy, 23 years old. ELF career-wise, 65% complete. No, that's not. 56% completion. 15 touchdowns, 3 interceptions is actually incredibly impressive for a homegrown. Say what you want, he's going in garbage time, he's playing with a great team, blah, 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 blah. But that's still very good. 2nd and 10. Enthroners going back to the pass. Line holds up okay, but Doman still gets sacked. I think that's a Doman issue there, I'm not going to lie. Uh, it's Vienna's defense. Vienna's defense is outstanding. Aaron Donkor was incredible. What a performance by him. Was tough to overcome that. The offense of Prague couldn't really get anything moving, which is a shame. But like I said before, now we've played Vienna twice. They're done. We don't need to worry about them anymore. All the rest of the games for Prague are winnable. John Cole get back to the line, but nothing much. Yeah, I think all the rest of the games are winnable for Prague. We could still get maybe we lose against the Galaxy, split against the Galaxy, for example. We could still be 8-4, which would be huge. 9-3 is possible, but 8-4 would still have us in playoff contention with the Raiders. Raiders will most likely have a better divisional record. Maybe. Actually, maybe not, because if Prague already lost 2 to the divisional, that'd be interesting to see how that works out. I think this playoff race could be really intense. It will be fun. My pass stats are a huge bug, showing wrong numbers for QBs who had playoff stats as well. Fixed them hopefully 20 minutes ago. Nicely done. Yeah, with my receiver ones, I did 12 game sample size. Like Dal Stewart had 12 games in a season, but only played I think 6 regular games, and then the rest of them were playoffs. So he had 11 games, but still, I put them in anyway. Yeah, I think 8-4, 9-3 possible. We got Panthers, Enthroners, Helvetic, Galaxy, Helvetic. It's possible. That is true, but that one's quite late down in the thing, isn't it? If you guys finish 8-4, we finish 8-4. And then we have a better divisional. So if you lose to Munich and we win all the rest of our games, it'd be the same. And I can't remember. Strength of schedule is quite low, though, I feel. But you are right. It might come down. If it does come down to that, that'd be kind of wild. But Fire is still currently in the playoffs. You have to cancel every game. Their roster game plus 1. That sucks, but it's a reality. Yeah. Let's see what Lars has got. Is it the third option? Hold on, we can go on. I got sent it by when we were doing it on the LF Live. Let me see if I can find the picture. Right, there it is. Right, so we want to go remaining qualifying seeds. Oh yeah, you're right. It's number 3. Number of wins. Say they both go 8-4. Head to head, they won't have played. Yeah, strength of victory is actually more important than strength of schedule. But you guys have beaten Madrid, and you beat Ryan, so you probably get that. And then it's strength of schedule. Okay, so yeah, you're right. Probably will be the Raiders then. Zozo goes for a big one. Nice. Release Helvetic players can play immediately after sign. They have to wait 4 games. I believe they can play immediately. Yes, they can play immediately. Yes, Raiders' schedule is always rough because they're right in the middle, so it makes sense for them to play Vienna obviously twice. Munich's right next door. Because that's 2 teams that are just immediately tough. Zozo with a big one. It's good. That's for the fantasy. How fast was the score? Is the run by Tomiwa. He breaks through the middle. That's a good game by Owewo. Yeah, it's tough. It was a run by David. Good stuff. He's in the fantasy. I don't think I'm going to have a great week, but at least maybe I can make it a top 10 week because I'm still in the top 10. I don't really want to drop out. I think I'm going to slightly go down a few spots because Willie P wasn't great. Last Hydric with a hit to Harley for it looks like another first down. If not first down, it's mighty close. There's Dennis. I like to see them in an American DB. Makes sense, right? Yeah, that's the Tiebreakers will go the Raiders' way then, most likely. Tell me what another run. He gets a first down. It wasn't a first down the last one. It was second and 1. But it's now a first down. What's my other one? Storm haven't started yet. Paris are 7 up against the Mercer. We have so many teams with the same names or same sounding names. I really want a new one. Like Admirals. Monarchs is great. But like Monarchs, Mercenaries, and Musketeers is too much. Oh, Harley with another nice one. Yeah, you kind of. Yeah, I get it. Nedje Sam Sevgilim. Who scored for Paris? Oh, it's Kandar. Excellent, 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 excellent. Nicholas with the score. That helps the fantasy as well. Oh, fumble! Okay, Serge got it, but close. Bobbled snap, but it is still close. I think he looked a bit hesitant. No one really died for that one, but Hunter got the recovery at least. I feel they're pretty confident so far. So Mercs making mistakes, which they probably will. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. I don't have much faith in the Mercenaries. I have more faith in the Enthroners. I think if they could hold off for this drive, accept a field goal. I do have the kicker for the Surge as my kicker in fantasy, so a field goal would do me well. You know what the Surge should just do? Is like get a field goal, just pick off the Enthroners a few times, get a couple more field goals, and then just call it a day, you know? Win like 9-0. I'd be alright with that. Hydrick going for a lobbed pass to Harley. Out of bounds, incomplete. 4th down. Nicholas Cantor, one of the most fun chances stadium I've ever heard. What was it? Go on. I'm assuming it's in French, so. And it goes to Nicolas Cantor. Just assuming there. My Hayviva tablet is yet to kick in, so my voice is still a little raspy. Also from yesterday's games, my voice is a little bit raspy. Right, here's a kick by Braun. For the fantasy points, it's up and it is good. That is 3-0. That's what we want. Happy days. We're good with that. So currently, David's got a score. Nicholas has got a score. Haven't got anything from Dal Short yet, but Braun's got a score. Surge have conceded nothing. Not bad. Let's just keep an eye on some of these numbers because I've got Paris to win by a lot. So I kind of need Paris to win by a lot, you know. Oh man, I don't even blame you. I do not blame you at all. A win that big is one of the biggest Raiders wins in ELF history. One of, not the biggest, because, well, I mean, maybe. I mean, you've never been in the playoffs in ELF. Well, you have, but I think you lost in the first round. So this is one of the biggest wins in Raiders history in the ELF. Of course not in Raiders history overall, but, you know. Raiders history is long and very successful. But to beat a former ELF champ is tough. Which his name repeated over and over. It's been stuck in my head. I need to go. I really, 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 really wish I could go to more games. Maybe in the future. Maybe if Azerbaijan ever gets put into the European Union. I marry my girlfriend, get an EU passport in, you know. We'll be living. Surge was bigger and it was away. Yeah. I would agree. It's just one of, you know, it's a top, like, top 3? 4? Because you got wins against... You've never beaten the Vikings. If you get the Vikings win, that'll be bigger. You beat Munich a couple of years ago. I do agree that Surge was bigger. The Bravos win this year was good, like a big one. There's a lot. There's a lot to like about Raiders' ELF history. They've always been a fun team, and they've always got 8 wins. They've always got 8 wins. Is Doman pumping? Going for a... He gets drilled again. Surge again, a lot of pressure off. They've actually got a couple sacks now that I think about it. Which is good for my fantasy defense, because they have got currently 3 sacks in the first quarter. That's actually a bit mental. That's what we like. A low scoring, but competitive game would be good. Yes, there is no protection. You are right. No bit more protection. Surge. Just get a ton of field goals. I'm fine with that. Here is Doman again, passing to John Cole. He makes a nice catch and gets a couple yards. To be fair, if it's like 3-0 at the end of the first quarter, that's pretty fucking good. I think away wins are a lot more important than wins at home. I don't think so. I think, honestly, just a win is a win. We looked on the Alepopedia yesterday. I think the home team wins about, 55% of the time? So it's not like a crazy swing. Away games are great to win. Prague won 4 of them. Probably one of the best away teams in the league. But I think if you could beat Rhine at home, that gets the fans a lot more interested. Doman again sacked. That's 4. Jeez. Offensive line for the Enthroners has been poor. Very poor. Lucas Cyber with the sack. Who's been credited with these ones so far? One for Giovanni, one for Bach, one for Kres, and now one for Luca. So four sacks in the opening quarter. There's the punt. It's a solid punt. Going to be very returnable though. Yeah, there's Harley out to the left side. He gets tackled around the 46, 47 yard line. Yeah, it's just going to be really hard. The Prague need to get to the playoffs. They would need the Raiders to lose again. Maybe twice. They'd need Stuttgart Surge. Who does Stuttgart Surge play though? The Surge realistically are only going to be maybe lose to the Paris Musketeers. I think they beat the Enthroners that we'll watch now. They beat the Galaxy. That'll be a good game. They'll beat Hamburg. They'll beat Cologne. They'll beat the Enthroners again. So Surge have probably got one of those wildcard spots wrapped up. Rhine will obviously play the Raiders again, which would be a tough one. Storm, maybe that's 2 losses. Yeah, like that's exactly. I think that could be... Thanks for mentioning that, by the way. I think that could be fun. Prague in the playoffs is good for everyone. I'm not going to lie. I think it'll be good for the league. It'll be good for Prague and the revenue. It'll be good for the competitive balance. It'll be fun, you know. The vibes will be immaculate. I'll be screaming. I will get my Prague tattoo, which I'm planning, by the way. I'm gonna get it on like the outside of this leg. 2nd and 10 for Lars. He's going right on the screen. Tight end screen to Miranda for a couple yards. Yeah, if that's the big thing. If Ryan lose both to the Storm, and the Raiders lose to the Ravens, and maybe Ryan away, then Prague have a very good shot of making the playoffs, which is very, very interesting. Paris have scored again. The Panthers have still not scored again, which is kind of surprising. Panthers only up. Oh, they are second in goal, to be fair. Who scored for the Musketeers? Please be Nicholas. It's Tekadam. Fair enough. Hugo Tekadam with another score. He's looking good. Little jet end around by the Surge is nice, but still a third down. Harley is just a... I'm liking Harley, you know. I'm liking Harley. It was like a fun addition to the team. They'll fake pitch to the running back and they'll pitch out to the receiver. I like that. That's fun. Third and 3. Flags. Free play. Incomplete, but a free play anyway. Sneaky Enthroners win versus Prague. I don't know about that. I wouldn't like that very much. Possible. Improbable, though. Their offense only scores 74 points. They are the second worst offense in the league. Yeah, I like Harley. Raiders' next home game is so big. Yeah, you're very right. Like, if they beat Munich, they could definitely be in with a playoff shout. If they lose to Munich, that might cost them the playoffs. There's another free play for... Oh no, that was the free play. Don't worry, I'm talking shit. My bad. There's a run up the middle for a couple yards on Tomiwa. Enthroners' defense. I said it about Prague last year. Enthroners' defense has some pieces. Not a load, but a couple. Now, you could build around a couple of these guys. You got the Serbs, which gives you Zek, and also Bork. Gavin Potter has been a pretty damn good linebacker from what I've seen. There's a deep shot to Pedro, was overthrown. Sits down with the Raiders, we never went to the playoffs. Oof. Yeah. Masters of the 8-4. That's the problem with the Raiders. 8-4. Historically not a playoff lock. 9-3. Yeah, we can look at the playoffs, but not with this one. Panthers have just scored. Who scored that one? Please be David. It was David. There we go. Yes. Very true. I mean, the game in itself is also important. It's important in every sense. Fans, coaches, players, playoffs, team, everything. As this next game is massive. They don't want to lose to the... You never want to get swept by a rival, and I think that's what Munich are, a rival now. Oh, Raiders are definitely the Steelers of the ELF. If we're making comparisons, right, let's get the full sheet of teams up. If we're making NFL comparisons, the Storm would be... I don't know if you can give the Storm a comparison, kind of a tough one. Fire would be the Patriots. Just given 2 weeks ago, I wanted to see Gavin Potter AJ Wentner from Timu. Now so AJ Wentner's Gavin Potter from Timu. Brutal. But I like Potter. I think Potter is more athletic than AJ. Like in terms of his burst. He's a very good linebacker. I liked his tape when I watched it. Enthroners logo is about 3 stories high. Yeah, so Ryan Fire of the Patriots, former champion, dynasty team, a little bit poor now. Hamburg are the Bills. So close to having multiple championships. Never quite getting there. Why the Steelers? Because they're always just like, they're always the first, they're never negative, but they're never a championship contender. The Raiders haven't been negative in like 20 years. But they've also never got around like the first round of the playoffs in forever either. Berlin, I think are like the Cardinals, just forever a bit medium. Never great, never really the worst team in the league, but never not great. Both are donkers. They play different positions. There's Harley again with a nice gain for a first down and a few yards more. He's still up at his feet. Got about 5 yards after the catch on that one, after the first down. Exactly. I mean, Doncor is just a different level. Munich. I think Munich are like the Ravens. They got a mobile quarterback, a nice, athletic, young team. I think their name is accurate for the comparison that they are. Raiders and the Steelers. It actually makes sense in terms of rivalry as well. Madrid. High octane offense. Bad defense. Not bad, but leaky. Not sure who I would go for the Madrid Bravos. No one's coming to mind immediately. Harley takes a bit of a shot, but he still goes on. He's fucking savage. Mercenaries are just the fucking... I don't know what the Mercenaries are. Not even in the NFL. They're a college team. D2 college team at best. There's a stretch left to Kai Hunter. He gets nice chunky yardage out of it. Surge only up 3. Bengals a good call. Bengals is a great call. Surge are only up 3-0 against the Enthroners, by the way. Yeah, I really like the that Bengals comparison. That's a really nice one. Paris, kind of a rising team. Started not great. Kind of near contendership, but not quite. They could be the Bills. There's another first down on a run by Kai Hunter. Could be the Bills. Perhaps go with Vikings with JJ and Aaron. Maybe. But like Vikings have some good defensive people. I think the Bengals were the best shout. I mean, no, like Sinnett's a great player. Sinnett is better than JJ McCarthy. Well, not actually, but you know what I mean. He's more valuable to the team than JJ McCarthy. Reed Sinnett is not a better quarterback than JJ McCarthy. No offense to Reed, but JJ McCarthy is a first round pick, you know. Paris have scored again. What is the scorer there? He's definitely not carrying the team alone, man. You watch the first half of that game. I think you need to put a bit more respect on Reed Sinnett's name. Dude's incredible. It was an Austin Mitchell touchdown by Jaden, who's gone for a 5 of 5 so far. It's a third down by the Enthroners. Nicely done. Good tackle on a Yearwell. Prague is the Vikings. Yep. There you go. That's perfect. Prague being the Vikings is 100% right. Got a mobile quarterback, a little bit unproven. Maybe not like a championship guy, but then you've got an elite speedster receiver that could just play make from everywhere. That's Willie P. And that's a great call. Who are the Vikings? Like the actual Vienna Vikings. Yeah, they got a ton of players on the Vikings team. Who's a Vienna team in comparison to? Historically great team. Always just kind of be near a championship and never quite in it. Forced down here by the Surge. They're not going to go... they're not... There's a false start. Someone... So... Yeah, once I said I remember the QB comparison was bad. Yeah, it's all good. I think that Prague and Minnesota, great comparison. Try to think of who Vienna Vikings would be comparison to. Great quarterback, ton of weapons on offense, an amazing defense, always near a championship. Bravos is a Saints breeze, just offensive madness and defense. Who gives a fuck? Yeah, that's pretty accurate. That's a good call. In the Saints now, though, Saints are injured quarterback. Just kind of cap hell. I think the galaxy of the Saints. Oh, that's a good one, actually. The Galaxy of the Saints. Because Derek Carr, broken leg, has not looked the same since then. That's Matthew McKay. Some good running, great running backs. Alvin Kamara, Sandro. Not bad. You got a great receiver in, like, Olave, maybe with Easton. Debatable. I think the Chiefs could be Vikings, but like Vikings haven't won enough to be the Chiefs. Try to think who's got like a single ring. Yeah, maybe. I already said the Musketeers are like the Bills. I don't feel like I can have two Bills. Because they're still really good. Vikings are arguably the best team in the league. That's a tough one. 3rd and goal by the Surge. They're going to throw in the middle. Incomplete again. Go for a kick. Go for a kick, please. Please. I need the fantasy points. It's too far out on a 4th and goal. Don't go for it. Give it to Blon. It's a nice play concept. Just a little bit too flat of a pass. Vikings are the 49ers. Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. I like that. That's a solid one. Philly, maybe Philly. That defense is rather Philadelphia. Let's put on with a kick, which is good. Happy days. Nah, Surge aren't the Bills. Bills haven't... I guess they could be. I guess the Surge could be the Bills. They've always been near the championship. Not quite. I think Vikings to 49ers. That's a good one. I think Galaxy are the Saints. Surge being Bills. Then who would Paris be? Because they're kind of in similar situations. But I think, yeah, you could argue that Surge have been in the final, never been able to capitalize fully. That's a good thought. Let's have a look at this one. Still 21-0 in that game. And then in the Panthers, they have not given it to Darryl Stewart yet, which is problematic. I won't lie. Enthroners of the Giants. Maybe. I mean, the Giants have had some success. And Giants have like decks. You know, they've got some talented defensive pieces. Not opposed to the Giants, but I feel like the Enthroners are more like maybe more like a Panthers. You know, they've got some decent offensive pieces. Defensively, they're not good. Hamburg would be the Bills. They didn't have a shit team. Yeah, I think probably Hamburg is pretty close to being the Bills, especially with the 2 championship game losses. I mean, you could argue even there maybe 49ers. Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm thinking. Giants have a bit too much history. Not a ton of production so far from Tommy White, a little bit. TV time out on this one. It's only 6-0 now. Good for the Akka. Panthers, other teams thought of. I think Panthers is probably the best call for them. Who's the Browns? Or Jaguars, good call. I think the Mercs have got to be the Browns, right? Mercs are so Browns. O'Reilly is dressed. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Riley is in pads. I guess if they need Riley, you can play. Like, he's technically eligible. They've just not played him in favour of playing Lars just to keep Riley out. But I suppose if they needed him, he could play. I think Mercs and Browns might be one of my favourite comparisons of all of them there. Let's look at this one. How many sacks so far? We've seen 4 sacks. Brutal. It's not really my thing. Colonna's Jets. Yeah. Great call. Yeah, that's a good one. Who else are we missing? Panthers. Who are Panthers? Just preliminal mediocrity. Who would the Panthers be? Who's just a mid team every year? Maybe lower mid. You also think Paris might be the Lions too, now that I think about it. Oh, nice run by Enthroners, but there's a flag. I think Paris could be Enthroners. Not, what? Paris could be Lions. A team that everyone kind of wants to do quite well. But not quite. 100%. Possibly. Like, Cardinals have had, like, some moments. I guess Turpin is a legend of the ELF. Well, he isn't really. He's like a name in the ELF, like Larry Legend is. Nah, Raiders are Steelers, 100%. 100%. Panthers or Raiders? Yeah, it's a good call, actually. The Rorschach Panthers comparable to the Las Vegas Raiders. I think that's a good one. Panthers and Raiders also being 2 ELF teams has obviously confused me a little bit there. True, Lions could just be Lions. But I think the comparison of Vikings is just really good as well. But great defense. You got someone like Brian Branch. You got Terran Arnold. Got Aiden Hutchinson. You got a couple players like some nice one. Yeah, my bad, Ricardo. I just misread. 3rd and 2 for the Enthroners. They've actually been alright. They've been moving the ball quite well on offense at times. Paris are up 27 now. Please be Nicholas that scored. We'll wait for the kick to be done. I should have got to punt. Should have got to punt. It was. It's not told me just yet. But it's okay. It's alright. And then Panthers are up 14 still. 3rd and 2, they don't get it. Gonna be a punt. Lions are not the Lions because Detroit are more of a championship contender. I think the Lions and Vikings is a really good one. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's not a bad comparison. Detroit don't have that massive talent as the Vikings have on offense. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown. They've got the best offensive line one of the best offensive lines in the league. They got Sam Laporta. They got Gibbs. They got Montgomery. Lions have a very good offense. I think the Detroit Lions have more offensive pieces though than the Prague Lions in comparison, you know, because we've got Willie P, Zuzelka, we had Redeem maybe, but we don't. Oh shit, they threw a glass on the floor. Where is that score? Detroit or Prague don't have a lot of superstars. Because we're talking about 2 Lions teams, which could be a bit confusing. The Vikings are also full of super. I mean, both of them are, to be fair. Don't actually. Maybe it was a defensive touchdown. It was. Yeah, it was a defensive touchdown. Fuck, I should have went for Paris' defense, maybe. And again, 4th and 2 here. Maybe get a decent return. Yeah, it's way too far out to go for any kind of fake. Time Enthroners. Sirog making I like it. This sort of alliance. Ramara, like I said, is a superstar. Simon Laporte is really good. Panay Sewell is like the most outstanding lineman maybe in the league. He is so good, man, honestly. Verona's punting. Not Verona's Cologne punting. Interesting to see how the Panthers look with their new defensive pieces too. Honestly, yeah. Oh, they go for on 4th and 2. Drummond with a hitch is incomplete off the hands of Nandy. That's unfortunate. That's unlucky. Actually, a pretty good pass. Still no passes have been to DJ. Maybe they're not playing DJ. Paul Lewis does have a breakup in his debut. Sidok played a QB in Hungary. Shout out to I like Sidok. I'm not sure if I'm even saying his name at all close, but he's a great receiver. Here comes Laz again. Let's have another kick, please. Another field goal for the fantasy team. The defense is doing well for the Surge, which is good for me. And the kicker's got a couple kicks, which is good for me too. Honestly, this couldn't be better for me. As of now, this could be better for me. I just need the Panthers to score a couple more times. Because they're not winning by 50. I kind of need them to win by like 50. Which they aren't currently doing. And I need the Musketeers to keep their foot on the gas a little bit more too. The Panthers are the ones I'm worried about right now. It's the only one putting my accumulator in jeopardy. Isaac with a nice pass over the middle. Hardy has been great so far. Yeah, I don't know why they're not using David enough. I really don't get it. Like, they seem... I'm not sure if it's a DJ thing or what. Like, they just seem to prefer running with DJ so much more than they do with David. That's why DJ's like, what, 6th in the league for rushing yards? Let's have a look at that, actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's 7th for rushing yards. Above David. But he's got 5 fumbles. He's not actually lost any of them. That's actually quite impressive. But I don't know, man. It just seems like they like running with DJ so much more than I thought they would. And his passing wise, you know, he's had moments. We look at his stats. 65% is good. 12 touchdowns, 5 picks is not crazy, you know. Yearwood goes for a first down and a lot more. Yearwood's been active in this one. Just watched the Vikings Lions highlights from yesterday. Damn, that was a raw dog in for the Vikes. Yeah, true. Guess someone was angry that people put the Lions to win. I was doing it obviously for like some hype. Yeah, but this has been maybe he's been here hurt, but like this has been a problem for the last like year. Like all this year, they just haven't been giving it to him enough. DJ has been accurate, which he always was in college. It was just the touchdowns to picks was not his strong suit. There goes Kai Hunter over the touchdown line. He's got it. They're probably going to go for 2 because they've got an odd score. I do wish it was easier to see those player profiles, but I guess it makes sense they've got how it is. Now, Dale Stewart, they've got this amazing receiver. He's got nearly 500 yards. He's actually had his 2nd best regular season of his career, but like that first year, he was just so bloody good in the playoffs. I like this though. This does it clean. Yeah, I mean, what a playoff run, by the way. Like that was one of my favorite seasons of playoffs with 2023. For just how unbelievable Darryl Stewart was. 545 yards in 3 games and 6 touchdowns. He averaged nearly 200 yards and 2 touchdowns a game. Incredible. Just truly remarkable season from him. Yeah, but maybe David is hurt. It's possible. How's Willie P done so far this year? Hamza's Elka being 4th in the league is pretty cool. Want to see Ty run for the Raiders? I agree. Does seem like a wasted E-spot as of now, if they're not going to use him. Let's do a fantasy. Me too, brother. Me too. How good has Willie P been this year so far? In terms of receiver numbers, 415, it's good. It doesn't have his rushing numbers though, which is kind of annoying. And he has his like receptions. I wish it had his rushes. Does it have it in this? No. So it doesn't have Willie P's rushing numbers, which is unfortunate. Oh shit. Ah, fuck. Stuart not being in is bad. Stuart, that might ruin us. Oh, Arthur's 21 by the way. Fucking unbelievable. So let me duplicate this tab real quick. We got Arthur Kingdom. He will be in the Wonder Kids next post. Let's go to the Vikings real quick. Could you, I mean, Swancore is probably arguably a Wonder Kid too. I think I put him on one of my other lists before. Niels Keimel, I think, at the moment, could argue he's a Wonder Kid. Only got 100 yards so far in 4 games, which isn't wild, but that game was spectacular. There's Brock Doman over the middle, is incomplete again. A lot of drops so far, honestly. I'm happy the Powers have recovered the fumble. I am very happy with that. I do kind of need them to relax a little bit though, because I got the under. I thought they might take off some players like they did last time. I got them scoring. I got them winning by like more than 35, but the game having less than 57. So I kind of need that. I've got the under on Voslav. I've got the under on this one. The over on Storm and Hamburg. And the under on Paris and Helvetic. So far... Get a little close. Yes, it does seem to be a sack or drop. It was a great catch by Marco. You are right. I think the Panthers I need to score just a bit more would be great. They have not been great in terms of just giving a fucking rock to David. Well, that actually kicks a PAT. I didn't even notice that. It's good for me again. So Austrian national team tight end Rom is going to be lit. Be a bomb on Weber. Yeah, fucking hell. Great team. Great tight end room. And you've even got fucking blank on his name. The Cardinals tight end. Even he's in that group. I don't know if he's going to play for the national team, but still, he is eligible. Come on, Enthroners, let's see a little bit. I would agree with the ELF, yeah. Austrian tight ends. They are incredible. John Cole, a couple yards on screen. Not bad. Yeah, so like they've got a ton of talent at that position. If you're picking best positional groups in Europe, quarterback would be Germany. You've got like Rohat, you've got Lars, you've got Moritz Mack, say what you want, but you know, he's still solid. I think Germany have the best quarterbacks. Running backs, I might argue UK. You've got Andy Owusu, Glenn Tonga, Dwayne Obi, Samuel Orem Jones, Tyrus Johnson Fisher. There's a bunch of successful running backs. I would argue the UK should be at the top of that list. Maybe. I'll see you later, Davide. I mean, yeah. I mean, he's not in the NFL at the moment, but running back could be Austria. But I think it might be the UK. Just for like, you got Sandro, who's like really above all the others. But like in terms of ELS production and like the amount, I think UK should be in that conversation. We got the MVP. We got a couple of other great running backs. Offensive line is definitely UK or Germany. Hey man, we got a ton of guys in the UK that are in the NFL. Just saying. And he's not in the NFL right now, and we got an ELF MVP. One does not equal all of them, you know. I think it's a conversation to be had. It's definitely not as clear cut. Yeah, I mean we got Schultz is a great running back. But you got Glenn, Dwayne Obi, you got Andy Owusu, you've got Samuel Jones, Tyrese Johnson-Fisher. All these guys are playing the ELF. I feel like I'm missing someone big as well. Oh, Paris go up. They missed the PAT again. That's kind of annoying. Let's have a look with the head-to-head. Enthroners, I think you give them plus 36. They're still going to be doing pretty good. I've just put a little bit more money on the Enthroners. There we go. Nice catch by over the top. Vegan as well, but I'm just saying it ain't as clear cut as you guys make it out of me. It's going to Wikipedia. It's going Russian. You got like Hasavanta, Platskammer. Right, it's good careers. You got Glenn, just saying, top of the list. Bonazzi, Hasavanta. I'm not putting all my eggs in one. We got like quantity or quantity, really. You know, that's the argument. Oh, great catch over the middle. It's quantity and quantity. Sure, you guys have got probably the better pool of running backs with Hasavanta, with Bonatti, with Platskammer. But we do have Glenn. And we do have other very good running backs as well. We've got a lot more. Considering we are not a homegrown nation. Always got to remember that. Took over with hosting a football camp in Vienna. Good for him. That's very cool. Let me have a look at like British. I'm just going to use the flag system. Ding, ding, ding. I mean, look at it. Andy Owusu, Tyrell as well. Yep. That's who I thought I was missing. I mean, look at last year. Dwayne Obi, Tyrese Johnson-Fisher. We've got more guys like every year. Jeez, more guys every year is cool. Yeah, I think it's a conversation to be had. But offensive line, I'm going to argue UK. I think you'd be hard pressed to have like Germany and UK. It's like 1 and 2. Maybe 1A, 1B. I think again Austria, you have a case for it, but like maybe I don't think it's close to the UK. You got Connor Bolton, Keanu, Francis played in there. You got CK. You got Ezat. You got Lewis Thomas, Ben Burgess, Ben Dixon. There's a ton of very good, talented UK offensive linemen. There's always been great. Harry Sayer as well. Max Johnny Collins. Lawrence Cole-Baptiste. There's a ton of them. Nah. I wouldn't say so. Definitely not Norway. Sweden, they got a couple, but they're not Like again, they're not. It's not the UK. We got Keanu, who's probably and Lewis Thomas, who are probably two of the best offensive linemen in the UK, and you got Toby Letman as well. And that's pass. Moving a little bit closer. There's a flag on the end of this one, maybe for roughing the passer. Cadell King, that's a good call actually. That's a really good call. UK, I think, is well above Denmark and Sweden. There's a reason why you needed two teams for Denmark and let me just read out. In my second team, Max Johnny Connors, Daniel Kane, Ben Dixon, Harry Sayer, Toby Letman, Ezat, Matthew Doubtry, Lewis Burgess. And then my English team, Keanu Webanks, Lewis Thomas, Colin Bolton, Lawrence Cornwall-Baptiste, CK, Frank Cicero, Dion Masovic-Moto, and Ben Dixon. It's UK, Germany, 1 and 2. Germany have got like fucking 6 ELF teams, but like, you know, the top level. Oof. It's going to be fourth down and a couple. He's, you know, I think he's still, he is older for sure, but still, he can definitely still hang in the league. I think he's injured at the moment now, so. Fourth and 2, they're going to go for it. I like the Bulls. Listen, fuck it. We're going for it. Receivers, Germany. Receivers is Germany. He's close. Austria, again, you can make a case for. I think you can make a case for someone like France. Probably not, for my opinion. D1. Oh, there's like a ton of D1. There's like loads of D1 UK guys. Fred Pelling comes to mind. There's like so many. That CK was a former D1 guy. Like, there's a ton of them. There's a ton of them. I mean, look at the NFL Academy. Half of them are D1 guys. If I'm going receiver, that was kind of a hard one. I think it probably is Germany, though. You got people like Haaland. They're just so good. I think that's clear. It's not Austria clear cut. Again, good receivers. Not very many All-Stars. And then you look at like Sturge, have got some great German receivers too. Again, none of them All-Star level. But like you got Geyer. DBs is probably UK. Yeah, you got Chad, you got Khaled. I don't know, France. I don't think so. Like, you got Tegadan, but you got Mahanu, who's older now. He's been injury prone for a few years. You look at Germany, they got Louis Geyer. They've got Harlan Kofi. They've got Marvin Rouge. Some very good players. Yeah, I know, right? France definitely up there. It's incomplete on fourth down. That's unfortunate. And again, Austria definitely up there. Yannick Meyer's phenomenal. You got Yo Torre, you got Han, but I think it's very comparable. I've done a post about this before. Just, you know, those two are very comparable. But I'm leaning Germany. Because you got players coming up like Hassan Moore, who's been phenomenal. Galaxy, you got Nico Straman as well. He's been great. Like, there's a ton. There's a ton. It's close, but I think the amount of very good German receivers. Again, the top is probably quite close between the two of them. But then you've got like a list of really good German ones, and then the list of Austrians is a bit shorter. I'm going for that. I'm going for the depth of the Germans. Tight end is definitely Austria. Tight end's definitely Austria. Spain are good though. They're not Austria, just so you be clear. But they got Andrea Botello Moreno, they got Ralph Saneda, they got Ibanez. That's a solid trio. But it is definitely Austria. Here's Lars. We're going for a shot. Harley's so fast. He's away. Touchdown, Surge. Harley's been unbelievable. To watch again Austria Germany live is not that. I think I can watch that live, well, like on stream. I think the receiver difference could be a QB. Honestly, like you said, QB German, he's probably gonna win. Yeah. There'll be no Germany Austria though. Shame. I would like to see that. That'd be in the IFF. We'll go defensive line first. Defensive line. Sweden's pretty good. I think that France is solid. Austria is obviously really good. Germany's incredible. UK's got a few very good players, but not the level of like Austria and Germany. With Austria, you've got Thomas Schaefer, you've got Lucky. Germany, you've got Aaron Donkor, obviously. You've got like Jason Tukari and Hugo Kaigles. Defensive line's hard. You got Darkwa for Munich as well. Now I'm thinking about it, he's phenomenal. I might go Germany again on that one. PAT is good for Stuttgart Surge. Let's have a look at Hardy's stats throughout the first half of this game. On defensive line, I'm not so sure. I don't think you have anyone in France that is comparable to Lucky or Aaron. I do really like Stanley Zadegbe, but I don't think he's on that level. Sudi is good, but obviously Thomas Schaefer is just elite. Look at D-line. Stanley Zadegbe is great. Mamadou Sy is very good interior, but then like that's kind of it for Paris, to be honest. Whereas Raiders have... Who they got at defensive line? Like, they got... Not the best. Raiders' defensive line is probably one of its weaker points. Still a good unit, don't get me wrong, but one of its weaker points. Vienna, though. Of course, they have Schaefer, who's a big guy. And then Lucky is obviously listed as a linebacker. He's been playing basically edge this year. Yes. Schaefer, baller. Incredible player. But then you got Germany, which just has like so many elite ones. Darko was a D1 guy. You got Johannes Igbal. And then you look at Ryan, they got Jason Jukari, they got Hugo Kaigles. They got Bennett Duma. Yeah, I think Germany takes D-line. Linebackers is interesting. UK have some good ones, of course. Kingdom and Cadell King. Toby Naylor is a solid linebacker. Yeah, we could surprise me. It's been a good unit, but it's not the strength of the Raiders. Strength of the Raiders is in their receivers, their running backs, and that's about it. They got some good pieces, but they're not like it's not a standout unit. Linebackers for Austria are solid, Precious, Swankor, Talitsa. Some very good players there. UK is obviously good. I think you could argue though it's probably Sweden or Denmark because you got Ludwig Myron, you got Hugo Dyrol, and if you wanted to put Jordan Genmark Heath into linebacker, which I think I would, that's 3 great linebackers. I think Sweden has a good call. I do agree with you though. Linebacker is probably one of the weaker positions in the ELF. Falola, another good UK one. I think it's Sweden or England, maybe Germany. You got some good ones. True. I don't think quarterback comparable though. I think it's far and away Germany. You look at what Lars Heidrich has been good, and Moritz Mack, as much as he wasn't great, like he still played in the ELF and had some success. You got Jan as well. Whoa. Italy are a very talented country though. The problem for Germany is they have played national level for like 10 years. But others have just played just because they full control. Yeah, that's just... They didn't play forever. Same with Spain, though, they got some talent, but they're not like the most athletic country in Spain. They got some pieces. But in terms of like athletes, the UK would probably be the most athletic country in Europe. We do very well in the Olympics. Medal table. Type with one hand from far away. It's never easy. If you look at the Paris Olympics, let's go for like most goal. Let's go for total. Yeah, well, I mean, we were definitely there. America number 1, China number 2, England number 3, France number 4. We got one more medal than France. We got less golds than France, though. That's kind of tough. So it'd be Great Britain or France would be like the most athletic, but Italy have a good amount. This is Italy's numbers. Netherlands up there, Germany up there, but yeah, we're there. Great Britain, 65 total medals. Damn, Australia got more goals than we did. Netherlands got more goals than we did too. Damn, but they just had less total medals. Also, yeah, Austria are really good at the winter. That's a good point. But so are we. Maybe I'll look that up afterwards. I think Austria's worked hard to get programs up since the 80s. It's an achievement itself to see the country where it is now. They've done phenomenal in developing football in our country. Top 10, they were. They were 6. They got 19 total medals, more than Spain. More golds in total than Spain, which is impressive, and Sweden, which I'm kind of surprised by. Let's see Winter Olympics. You are right. Austrians do love the Winter Olympics. Let's look at 2022. Who got the most? Norway got the most Winter Olympic medals. Germany in 3rd. Austria down just below Sweden, but above places like Japan and the Netherlands and Italy. Of course, the former, that's a Russian team if I'm not mistaken, came 2nd. All time. Yeah, that's pretty mad actually. Let's go for all time. Let's have a look. All time Olympic gold medals in the Summer Olympics is United States, makes sense. Soviet Union, makes sense. China, and then UK. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. That's dope. That's very cool actually. That is very cool. Very cool. I don't think I've ever got anyone in my family who's been like athletically gifted. Oh shit, what a catch. Nearly a catch, not quite a catch. That is very dope though. And Hungary, yeah, there they are. Just right there. Hungary above Australia, Sweden, Netherlands. Big surprise. Obviously Russia's like split in half with Soviet. Kind of, that was a bit of a difficult one, but... Oh, combined tables. Let's look at that. Most total. Barbados. Shout out Barbados for their 1 bronze. That's pretty cool. 3,000 medals for the Americans. We are 3rd total, the UK. That makes me proud. I'm proud to be British. I am, I'm not gonna lie. We get 3rd all time in the Olympic medals. Some good shit. Probably in a few years we might be 2nd as well because we'll overtake Soviet Union in 200 medals. And that doesn't exist anymore, so obviously not getting the medals. And Russia's down here. Very interesting. Has anyone ever not won? Yes, there is a few team. Liechtenstein. Very good in the Winter Olympics. That's kind of mad. Liechtenstein being good at that. Yeah, you're right. Including my girlfriends. That's a good point. Let me look at that. Azerbaijan. My girlfriend's home country. Let me just look at Lars Heidrich. Go out for a couple yards. My girlfriend's home country of Azerbaijan. 9 golds, 16 silvers, 31 bronze, 56 total. Never won in the Winter Olympics, which is not surprising. Azerbaijan's a hot place. Very good wrestlers. Azerbaijan loves wrestlers. It's very cool. Proud of being Portuguese until until the world was coming. I mean, they made a pact to divide the world in half. Last Hydric, another completion to Harley. He's going for a big one. I think he's going to go all the way. He's pushed. No, he's not. He's done. He's gone. He's scored it. Fuck. Oh, no. I'm going to lose more money. No. It's not good. Stop. Stop it. They might take Harley out, though, if he's got multiple scores. Because he's got nearly 200 yards, I think, now. Let's have a look, see what they do with him. I do want him to take him out. I like that quite a lot because I want to keep my money. That'll be nice. And currently, they are they're upsetting that. Also got the under, obviously on points, so they need to stop. I'd like them to stop now, please. Paris are winning by 50 at half. Makes sense. Cologne got 2 points on the board. That's kind of interesting. Hell yeah. What are they doing? They skiing, snowboarding. What are you saying? I do want to look at Azerbaijan's all-time. I'm going to say most of them, if not all of them, are like wrestling. Or the Portuguese. They don't speak Portuguese, but it's half Portuguese. I want to look at Azerbaijan's Olympic tables. All-time Olympics. Azerbaijan medals. Azerbaijan, the Olympics. Here we go. So, obviously they won some as part of the Soviet Union. And a unified team, but then they got silver. Don't actually say in what though. They'll be down here. There we go. Wrestling, yep. Judo. It's another fighting sport. Oh, nice return out by Cole. Cole with a nice return out. Go on, John Cole. There you go. Try and get some points before the half. Judo, taekwondo, spit shooting, some boxing, some karate and canoeing. So the only one that like isn't, the only two that aren't combat sports are shooting and canoeing. There's a rogue 2 medals in canoeing. Love that for them. They win anything in the most recent ones? They did. 2 golds in judo. No, yeah, 2 golds in judo. Some taekwondo. They actually won quite a bit in Paris. Oh, I know him. Because he's got like the craziest, like Russian, scariest name for like a wrestler. Magomed Khan, Magomeladovich, Magomedov. Oh, what a crazy fucking name. Wild. So we've got Surge. How many yards has Harley got so far? 191 yards. Here comes Brock Doman shooting outside. Picked. That's not good. Ben Wentzler with an interception on the Enthroners. They'll probably kneel it out for the rest of the half. It looked like they had a chance, the Enthroners, just to maybe make it a little bit closer, but they've let it slip. Defense just couldn't really hold on to Harley, I'm not going to lie. Good coverage. The ball was not thrown very well. Wentzer is just, he's right place, right time, really. Just undercut. Good undercut on the route. Easy for him. So Wentz has got another pick. Got a couple this year, Ben Wentzer. They are going to actually run a play that's going to run it out to Hunter. There's a flag, a bit unnecessary when it's the last play of the half, but okay. A little unnecessary, but we move. How about the Panthers? 20-2 up. Looks like they're about to score, potentially. I'm sad that there is no Darryl Stewart. Bits very, 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 very sad about that. I'm not going to lie. Really hoped he would be in this one. Bit of an unnecessary one for them, but oh my god, Paris are up. Ooh. Isaiah Weed returning, apparently. It's definitely a mistake just there. 2 more roster moves are necessary. Bring an E-import offensive line and a new quarterback to replace Dolman. Interesting. It's weird. Dolman had a good game against the Panthers, but this game just not it. But Mercs look terrible. Norwood, I don't know. I don't know why they committed to Norwood as the quarterback. I'm going to be real. Norwood is a receiver. He is not a quarterback. It's not done very much for them in terms of production. Kantar, 3 touchdowns for Jalen on the ground. Wild. 3 rushing touchdowns. There might be sneaks on some of them, but still. And then Henderson with 2 passing touchdowns, so 5 in the first half for him so far. Kantar with 90 yards and a touchdown, not bad. And 40 yards receiving, so he actually has about 130 yards. Nicely done from him. Right, halftime. Enthroners versus Surge 27-0. Let's check in with Paris Helvetic just to see how fucked up that is. They're probably near halftime. They are at halftime. Let's have a little look at these highlights. This is Nicholas's run. Helvetic, man, what a shame. Let's take it down, touchdown, wide open. Nobody even near him. How's Devin Burrell been in this game and Darius Nash? That was an interesting duo, but seems as if it's not really getting much going. Did he a gunslinger offensive mode? Yeah, you're not wrong. Oh my god, did he try and kick the ball on a fucking punt? What the fuck? Did he actually do that? That's insane. Okay, let's have a look at the Cologne vs Panthers. Is it crazy to say that Cologne might be better than Helvetic? I don't think that's entirely crazy right now. They're awful, but at least they've scored. They've not conceded 54.5. They have before, but they haven't today. Kind of wish they had, because I got them to lose by 47.5, but even still. In terms of my bets, Enthroners are up still by 36-27. Well, no, 37. I'm hoping they just stall out the rest of the clock, to be honest. Panthers are the ones costing me, yeah? Here's the first time by Cologne. McCormick Reavers. He's going to step up and get sacked by the Panthers. The same fumble. Okay. They come out with the ball, it doesn't necessarily mean they got the play, but they do have the ball. 27 now. He looks so close too. Look like they might have a chance. just to make it relatively better. It's like, what, 3-0 at the end of the first quarter, right? Was it 3-0? Yeah, 3-0. They allowed 24 points in the second quarter alone. Lars has played well. Harley has been phenomenal. I think it's possible they take out Harley. Are they going to go for one more shot to end the first half? I think probably not. There's the Neil. Yeah. No bad QB will play for the team like Enthroners. Domin isn't bad, but if we got like 1 seconds. Yeah, I do agree with that. Sources tell me that they have reinvested that E into some help for Domin. Sources. Nothing confirmed, nothing on paper, nothing signed, but just through the grapevine that's being discussed. We'll go back to this one when it goes into thing. I think it's hard, right? I think with finding a quarterback, like I said yesterday on stream, like it's tough when you've got a team like that to like attract a quarterback. I've got a cinnamon swirl I'm going to eat. I'm going to mute my mic just for unpacking it because I want you to hear just massive ripping of bag sounds. Yeah, like, if you said to most quarterbacks, oh, do you want to come play for this team? We haven't won a game in, like, a year. And it doesn't really look like we're going to. And that's it, really. That's all we can offer you. It's not a very attractive proposition, you know? Maybe they'll bring up another GFL guy. In terms of the fit, he does fit the team well. Because they are all out pass. They're unlucky in a way that they don't have like any really good running backs in that country. Even one like solid running back would be so good for them. Unfortunately, they just don't. Which I think is a very underrated weakness. Or maybe not underrated, under-discussed weakness. There's talent at safety. There's talent at receiver. There's a few pieces like Janos Salahi. But just nothing crazy. Let's have a look. Let's go to passing. Single yards. Right, type in Enthroners in the search. Okay. It was this one, wasn't it? Single season leaders, yeah. Let's go for Enthroners. Yeah. All I'm saying is, bring back Jack Mangle. Touchdown Nico. Nico who? Nico who? Or am I tripping? We need Jack Mangle back, man. yards per game. Hegedus at 10. Yeah. I mean, he tried. Didn't have a very good centre. There was a few fumbles last year from Mangle, though, just because the centre fucked it up. I would have went back with Mangle, man. But I know the fans were probably wanting him sound a bit more like, you know, sexy. They ain't got it. Oh! Nicholas! Not Nico. No one calls him Nico. No one calls him Nico. But he's got a couple of them. Which is good. He's going to save me this week. My receivers haven't done very well. Neither of them. Willie P was kind of shut out the game and Stuart ain't even playing, so. Sad times. Are they starting, are they? Will they start back up in Paris? Yeah, I don't think he's a bust. He's just not, like, he's not had any help. I think he's got some talent. He is a gunslinger by trade. He does have 7 touchdowns. Now he has 4 picks. But, like, oh my god, 60-0? It's not even halftime yet. I thought it was halftime. Oh my god. I just never nicknamed Nicholas Nico. I don't know why. How of the defensive, like, what's going on with Helberg then, man? Yeah, I agree. Doman, I think, is a step back from Mangle, but also, like, that organization is taking a step back this year, weirdly. Man, Mercs just suck. Backups will be in for them early. A nil from them. Respectable. Jesus. Mercs, fuck me. Yeah. I think Jamal will take off everyone at half. I don't think he'll get to 100. Maybe it will, but I think I'll probably have everyone off at halftime. I'm going to go get a coffee real quick. I'll be back in a second. Wait for me, Jamal. I need you to tell me about what's happening with the defense. Does Devin Burrell looked alright? Has Nash looked alright? It's like, what's going on, man? How did you give up 60 in one half? I'll be back briefly. I mean, that run stopping, I've been able to stop shit all year, but like, Jesus Christ. 60? They're worse than Cologne now. They're worse than Cologne now. Ugh. Forgot to take my cup. I need to take my cup as well. I'm flummoxed, I'm not going to lie. I've lost money today and yesterday. Ooh. Right. You're after the 71 minus handicap. That's disgusting. 71 minus? I'm gonna have to go on that, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, let me jump on that real quick. Oh, it's gone up to 80. It's gone up to 80. That's more of a tough one. Back in my days, I had a game led by high 90s. I could score 100. Hard time practice. It's now to 80 minus, which is a bit more like, yeah, you know. Fuck me. I mean, I've lost one of them because I went for under 57 in that game because I thought Paris would take the guys out early, but Jesus Christ. Fucking hell, man. I'm finished. Do I go for the under 80? Do I think Helvetic get anything? No. Do I think Paris take everyone off? I have. They get Hugo in? Yes. I have a strange feeling they won't score 80. But if you say they ain't... 3 touchdowns in 2 quarters. Ah, that's a tough one. I don't know, man. Alright, let me put like a quick poll up. You guys are going to hold my money. God, let's do it so you can't see the back row of YouTube and hack me. Also lag a little bit when I do it. Let me put it up. We'll go minus 80 plus 80. That's my question, is do we have do we have the ability to go for this? Because like, tough one, honestly. They're just trash team. Always like horrendously when I try and put it up on the poll. E plus. I'll chuck like 10 on it, you know. So you think Helvetic are going to get the 80? I think that is pretty reasonable. I don't think Paris are going to really, Jesus Christ. Whenever I try and go on YouTube, like, while I've got OBS, it just fucks it up. No idea why. Like, I've got 20% of my CPU being used, and as soon as I enter into YouTube, it just goes fucking boom. Yeah, I think I might take that. Inverted plus 80, maybe I'll put 10 on it, I'll put £10. If I lose, you know, we was the friends we made along the way. But get it, then shit. I make £9.52. And what I need to do is the Enthroners to actually do something. I need Lars to go away with these deep bombs. I need Harley out. Let's just chill out, Harley. You can go away now. You're really, really good, you know. I'm really hoping they don't quit after this week. It'd be a massive shame if they just gave up, to be honest. Like, I'd hate that. Because it'd look really bad in the league. The league's had such a good season. And then it's just fucking 3 teams really letting everyone else down. Well, not even 3, 2, really. Hardy is still in the game. Tell me what goes out the middle for a first down. Hey, at least the clock's moving. Yeah, I need the search to slow the fuck down. Yeah, same. Just for the just for the disrespect. I love Jalen too. So like, that's just rude. I don't think they'll put 100 up. I think they'll have everyone out by now. They want to preserve players for the second half of the year, arguably more than anyone else. They are moving. Stop moving the ball so effortlessly. I've got Enthroners to win with some add-ons. Yeah, that's a tough ask. Ooh, Enthroners playing against the Mercs. They don't play against the Mercs. That'll be a shame. I'm kind of Prague got a little lucky with the fact they do play the Mercs at a conference. It's another run by the Surge. Ah, wait, they ain't stopping them. Let's just get a defensive stand here, please. Please. I've lost a lot today already. I'd like to keep, I'd like to win a little bit. Iced coffee today. I'm on a diet. Otherwise, George will go after me. The flag up, honestly, man. The Surge team just needs to fucking relax. Stop it. Just stop. Just leave him alone, please. That would be awful. And you've given up 54. No, sorry, 60. It's not 54, is it? It's 60. Yeah. Brutal. I just need them to stop. Like, fuck off. You're not meant to be playing this well. Why is Tomo still in? Why is Harley still in? Go away. I ain't gonna lie, I'm sick of you guys being here. Tomo, relax. You're fucking 9 yards per carry. We get it, you're really good. Like, stop. Yeah, about right. They need to sign Italians. They really need to sign Italians. I don't know why they didn't do more of that. Like, literally the Italian season is over. They could have went after so many Italian players. They could have asked Davide, they could have asked me. Kai Hunter now running all over him. Just stop. Just fuck off. We've scored again. Yeah, Surge are annoying me now. I don't like it. They're annoying me. Adam Throner's winning with 45 points. That does not look like that's going to happen. And that was my last hurrah, to be honest. He is dressed. Like, he's in pads. He's just wearing like a high vis. I think he's more so in just if they need him to be. And I really don't think this Enthroners team is capable of getting turnovers, to be honest. I doubt they're even capable of a goal line stand, to be honest. So I think they're probably going to score here. Shout out Lars, man. At least he's playing well. They can sneak by the looks of it. They are. Lars Heidrich with the sneak. Looks as if he's over. Man. Not looking good for me, I can't lie. It's not been a good week. I needed them to do a little bit better than this. I think this is going to be the first week I've lost money on the ELF. Yeah, there you go. It's not a good feeling. It is not a good feeling. Maybe I'll put a house on Paris. Not Paris. Nordic. I think Nordic 23.5 is their thing. Maybe I'll just put a house on that. Chase the money. You know, that's what they say, right? If you're losing on the bets, you gotta chase the money until you make your money back. I'm pretty sure that's what they say. I think that's what they say, right? Yeah, they're just dominating. 34-0. Unless Enthroners can get some kind of score, which I am doubtful in, to be perfectly honest. We're cooked. Lars has played well though. Good for him. They even need Riley. You got 30, 34 up. They didn't start Riley until they need Riley in at all. Come on, Enthroners, do something. Something. It's been a dial watch. Today it's been a yeah. At least you ain't. I mean, I would say at least you're a Centurions fan, but shit, they actually have kind of done a little bit better. At least you're not a Mercs fan. There you go. They start in about an hour. That's 3:25 GMT. So they start like an hour and a half. The Storm game. There's Doman outside for a solid gain of about 8 yards. At least that clock is moving. So it's a cruel world. They need the Matt Bressington playbook. That's what they need. I feel the Storm are going to win this one by quite a bit, though. I'm a little bit like... I can feel the Storm should be winning by a considerable amount against the fucking Sea Devils. I'm tempted to chase that money. I'm playing on house money, you know. I've won during this season already, so I'm playing on house money. We're going for it. Doman picked off again. It's just not looking good, is it, you know? It's just not a good look. I'm disappointed in Darman. Just, you know, you want more, don't you, really? Like this is a Surge team that is not playing Mitch Fettig, by the way. I don't even think I've seen Raheem Wilson. They're still fucking bombing it. Holy shit, they really hate them. They really hate the Enthroners. Because I haven't seen Geyer yet either. They aren't playing Geyer, they aren't playing Riley, they aren't playing Mitch. I think Harley will come off very soon. Like, you know, they're fine. Fucking hell. Absolutely brutal. Tell me what? Another first down for Tommy what? Hey man, these you might get. You know what? Let's go to Panthers. I don't want to. Let's go to Panthers. That's still on, maybe on upset alert. Oh, shout out Zozo. I did not want to go on all sports. You just hate watching at this point, which I completely understand. Let's see the diving touchdown, see if I get a replay. Oh, it's the 2-point try for DJ, who gets it easy. I can't believe people in Hungary really thought that they could beat Prague. Yeah, it is what it is. Like, that's the difficult thing, is like ELF couldn't have predicted at the start of the year that these would be 3 of the worst teams in the league, or maybe 4 of the worst teams in the league. There we go, David. Here we go. We'll go over there to Mercs and Musketeers. Yeah, this was a brutal one. We knew this game day wasn't going to be good a couple of weeks ago. We kind of like circled it. I see me and Jamal and me and Alex. I was like, yeah, this one's going to be a bit of a stinker. Overall, the week was okay. Like, we had an upset. We had a great back and forth game between two very, very, very game Madrid and Munich teams. It's just been those teams that are just letting everyone down. The Mercs are letting people down. The Cologne Centurions are letting people down. I'm not talking about the players, I'm talking about the boards. Well, I shouldn't have bet the under. There's a flag. Maybe it'll be a 4-horse collar, but Jesus Christ, man. I should not have bet the under on the Musketeers. Oh, shout out Miles Butt. Finally, they did something. When I left them alone, they played better. So I'm just gonna leave them alone. Right, they gotta hold him. It is what it is. Send the Paris Musketeers back. Take off Jalen. Take off Austin. Keep Nico on. Maybe Nico goes all the way down to like the 1. They decide, you know what? Just have the ball back. Also, we want a long run game. I don't think we need to see. Yeah, they got Hugo in at quarterback, which, to be honest, I'm surprised they've even got Hugo in at quarterback. You know, Lions game's fun to watch because, of course, the Vikings dominated, but Lions didn't give the feeling they gave up and that they fought. That's why I like and respect. See, I think there's a difference between, like, an organisation that... Oh, shit. There's a difference between an organisation that actually is trying to improve and an organisation that ain't trying to improve. I do not think the Mercs are trying to improve. I do not think the Enthroners are trying to improve. I do not think Cologne are trying to improve off of this season compared to last. Cologne were a decent team last year. And Hugo's just going to move the ball. They got Macari, I think, now at running back. At least they're going to drown out the clock. Hopefully. I think Jack Del Rio is quite a respectful coach. I don't feel like he wants to kill the team too badly, you know. Let's see how Devin looks, because they cut him for saying... They said his coverage wasn't good enough. So I want to see how his coverage looks against the backups of of Paris. I mean, they got to play the safety. Is that him coming into the nickel? I mean, he is in the slot. It's a run, hard to tell. Miles Butler. I'm glad he got a pick. At least that's something. A spark of hope for the Enthroners. Why is someone sending me things? I'm gonna send my. Whenever someone says to me about a player, I gotta get like a burner email address. Because I'm always a little bit skeptical when people try and send me like, oh, I've got a player, are you really going to be interested? Club foul was a huge mistake by a league. Chat about it last week, but the players would have lost, would have been a contender. I don't think it was a mistake. I push back on that. Cologne have a good fan base. Ryan Fire have a good fan base. It could have been competitive. It's Cologne's board. Cologne are incompetent. Trust me, I've dealt with them myself. Cologne do not know what they're doing in terms of like management. Like, I just don't think they know what they're doing. I think it's purely the front office's fault. I do not think it's the league. I think that both teams could have been good. I think that both teams have a loyal fan base. But like, Jesus Christ. That was a punt, it wasn't a return. Right, here comes the Mercs again. Let's just run the ball, guys. Yeah, now that's the thing that's... Well, the Fire have like 9 owners, if I'm not mistaken. But like... Could have been good. Again, it could have been good. Could have been a nice rivalry. Cologne was 6-6 last year. It wasn't like Cologne were terrible last year and everyone jumped ship because they were so bad. They jumped ship because the management was just appalling. Cologne could be rebuilt, I think, if they tried hard and paid a lot of money to a lot of people. They'd have to spend money. Cologne would have to spend a ton of money to become remotely competitive. At least the Mercs are running the ball. With that 3 wins all time, and Enthroners fans are one of the greatest. Yeah, I mean, they keep turning up, which is fucking testament to that. And they're just ass, man. Next year, let's get rid of the Mercs. Let's get rid of Cologne. Berlin are a big market, but their marketing's terrible. And then 12 to 14 team league. I think a 14 team league could work. We got 16 now. You get rid of the Mercs, you get rid of Cologne. Gives a bit more German like talent spread. Like there's not these guys getting taken up by Cologne that could be elsewhere or like could be something else rather than in this league. And the Enthroners are loaded. And the Enthroners, like I said, can improve. They just don't seem very committed to doing so. They're innate. Let's just keep this clock moving, man. I ain't gonna lie, let's just keep it moving. It is gonna be moving. Burrell is going somewhere. I don't really know what that was supposed to be. That was bad, but at least the clock's still moving. Yeah, this game's. Oh my god, Deborah, I might have fumbled the ball. Jesus fuck. Let's go back to the Enthroners. Yeah, these games are dire. Let's hope Storm beat the shit out Oh my god, they're back in first and goal? leave him alone, man. It's just mean at this point. I got like a 20-something yard run too. Maybe not 20 yard, like a 10-yard run. Leave them alone. Pick 6 here. Enthroners incoming. Calling it. Pick 6. Come on, Miles. I need you here. We've still got Harley on. They're going to run it. There we go. That was a good stop on that one play. At least there's now only 5 minutes left of the quarter. Not a fun one if you're an Enthroners fan. Just disappointed, to be honest. Expected more. Maybe just a little bit more, you know. It was not a pick, but it was at least out of bounds. At least it's 3rd and goal. Surge really are not pulling any punches. I thought they might have taken like Tommy out by now or Harley out by now. He kept him in. 3rd and goal. Isaac takes the snap, look at the left for the corner. There is a flag for holding on the defense. Can't catch a break. Half the distance to the goal. Oh my gosh, man. Just everything that could go wrong for him is kind of going wrong. First down as well, fuck me. I don't even think he needed to go for that. You know, I don't think he needed to tug on the jersey. Right, 1st and goal now on the 1. There it is. That was a light one. They are being kind of fucked. But like, jeez. Gotta feel sorry for him, don't you, at one point? Like, if you're Enthroners, how are you getting guys in? It's a tough ask. I'm not sure what the pitch would be for a player. Like, come to Enthroners, we've lost every game last year. And we're not in a major city. Tough. I really know where they go with this one. That's a very, 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 very tough ask for them to even get a win in the ELF. That was a PAT that got blocked and returned. Nice. Those were the 2 points that Cologne got. Let's check the scores again. 33-2. Okay. Alright, at least they're getting there. I need the Panthers again to win by a little bit more than that. I think Enthroners are going to lose this one for me as well. They're currently still winning because, you remember, 45 plus, they're still winning, technically. Yeah, refs do seem to be surge-centric. Which is a shame given the fucking... Just want to see something from him, man. I think Surge maybe thinking about it in the third strand. Isn't going to take Lars out, but like they'll take out Harley soon, you'd think. There's Gaia on the sideline. Now, I don't think you've even seen Gaia in. There's a nice run at the middle for about 8. So probably a top 10 run all season for them for 8 yards. I'm generally not even joking. It's something. Just keep it moving, keep the ball on the ground. Just go heavy set and just try and get like 3 yards of carry. You'll score eventually. Every year there'll be a player like John Cole. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there'll be the like guys that didn't perform well at other teams that like get another chance at the Enthroners. That's kind of what they've got to be. Because quarterback wise, they're not gonna have a pick of the bunch. Offensive line, they need to go gem hunting and try and find some young guys. I think signing old guys is a terrible idea in like every position. If I'm the Enthroners, I'm not signing a single import over the age of 25. That also goes to my quarterback. Every single player under 25 would be what? Receiver wise, there's a ton of guys, but that would be my strategy going into next year. Here comes the Enthroners again, 2nd down and 10, but they actually are in a decent place. Offensive line, you go for young guys all across. You get 4 of them minimum. Maybe on it. Oh my god, Doman. What the fuck was that about? I might even go 5. Dead ass might even go 5 on the offensive line. Like, defense is going to suck anyway. So let's just go for 5. Get an E-corner. Why not? Another young guy in looking for a shot. 2 American DBs. And one of those American DBs be a good returner, like Devin Burrell. I'm not saying Devin Burrell in particular, but like someone who can double up as a returner. 4 or 5 E's on the offensive line. If you go for 4, you know you can decide maybe the guard can be a little worse because we've got a good center or vice versa. John Cole standing over a player is a bit mad when it's 41-6. There's also a flag. Not sure what this is about. Roughing the passer. Alright. Let's get a score here for Hervard. Let's get a cheeky score going. Let's go. Let's keep it going. We get a touchdown here. It's redeemable. There are now like what, a 10? Yeah, pretty much. 10.5. It's not technically 1st and goal, so it could be something. The run is going nowhere. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like if you get an import center or an import guard, I personally think center would be better just for the snaps. A guard can be a homegrown and someone that can just be helped by a tackle or a center. Just run the other way, honestly. And then that extra E could be used to like a linebacker or a D tackle or whatever, you know. I don't think you need a running back. I mean, you kind of do, but like, you know, it's not the most important position for you when you've got so many other pressing issues. It wouldn't matter running back. Running back would be good, but like... Oh, that was nice. That was good. Great catch. Very nice. That was good. A glimmer of hope. At least it's something. Let's go for 2 now. Try and make it 19-14. It's a good throw. That's the kind of spark Stoneman can give. Like, he's reckless, but like sometimes he'll make a nice throw like that. At least they got 12. My bet is still live. It's on the edge. And I need the Panthers to score pretty quickly a couple times, which is not guaranteed with them. That would be a very important win for me, honestly. Yeah, we're rough. With a good O-line, running backs could be around. That's what I'm thinking, right? You get like an okay running back, and he can be serviceable behind 4Es. Going for maybe, you know, the odd first down. Not saying it's going to be a 1,000-yard rush or anything, but something. Maybe even, like, you do what Prague do. I know I keep using him as a reference. You do what sometimes other teams have done and, like, put your A receiver sometimes at running back for the odd play. It's not impossible. I mean, they just did it with John Cole then on the end around. So, not impossible. Maybe I need to make that a series, the purple print. Instead of a blue print, I do a purple print. Is that a good? Is that a fire name or is that a shit name? I need to delve on that one. I'm not sure if that's the right name or not, but like. Just, yeah, they need something. They can't keep going on like this. At least they got a score. It's honestly pretty good for them. John Cole's had a good game. 11 catches for 144 yards. He's been good. Wow, the Panthers are actually punting. That's wild. Not sure if they got backups then, but like, jeez. Let's see what the Surge get with this. They're doing end arounds and the fucking returns now. That's evil. That's evil from Stuttgart. That is one of the most nasty things I've ever seen from a team to do to a team that they're clearly better than in every facet of the way. It's just, oh man, I feel so bad for the Enthroners, man, I really do. Like, they have a solid, okay drive, they get all the way down. Gone. It's all gone now. When's the next game start? 3:25. Is that local time? 2:25? Maybe it is. We will be switching over. We will be switching over. It's still 35, maybe 36 down, you know. They're obviously going to score the PAT. They got a good kicker. It's just cruel, isn't it, you know? Yeah, they are. And the Enthroners should take it personally and try and improve. They don't respect them at all. And they don't even need to. They don't need to respect the Enthroners. That's the thing that should piss off the owners of the team. Is that teams can do shit like that and completely get away with it and score because there's just nothing that they can do about it. Fucking yikes. Oof. Panthers not scoring either, which is kind of mental. At least Davis got a hat trick. my saving grace. Paris still, you know, at least it's in the third quarter. 39 points. I think it's the most points I've ever seen in a half. There is the kick. It's going to be returned. Let's just, you know, let's give them a little bit, you know, just let them have something. Let's run out the clock. Surge have proved their point. They don't need to score anymore. Let's just relax. And wait for the next game, which starts in like an hour. Fuck. I don't think I'll be staying for that game. I'm gonna be real. Once this game ends, I think I might call it. Said earlier at the start of the year, start of the game. If these ones are blowouts, I probably won't stay around for the next one. Might just watch it downstairs. But, wow, this one has been a drubbing, I think is a good word to describe it. I just need to get some, let's just call the end. Surge don't need to score anymore. Enthroners just need to look at themselves, like the fact they allocated these so badly at the start of the season is what like annoys me. There was no need to go for multiple E's on the defensive line, including at the start of the year, a D tackle that never even played for you. The fact they signed a D tackle as an E that never even played for them at the start of the year is like insane to me. They didn't scout enough even for that. Well, they didn't even prepare enough to like go, you know what, maybe off the tape this guy ain't that good. See if Doma's going deep again. I don't understand why they keep passing the ball. There's a flag, roughing the passer, go on. Come on. Because they've thrown the ball 34 times. They've ran the ball 6 times. No, seven times. 7 times they've ran the ball. I hope so. I'm just so shocked, man. I really am. First down. First down, Enthroners. Hell yes. Here we go. 1 minute left of the third quarter. Please run the ball. I'm begging you, run the ball. Let's just keep this clean. We don't need to be going for these deep bombs every 2 seconds. There's no point. They ran the ball, but I'm pretty sure they got illegal formation. Two picks in 4 seconds. That's good for the Surge defense. At least Paris haven't scored anymore. They seem to have just taken their foot completely off the gas, which is honestly probably for the best. It's the end of the third quarter there. Panthers have actually been quite disappointing, to be honest. Yep, legal formation. I think the Panthers are going to cost me one of the Akkers, and Enthroners are going to cost me the other. We are not doing very well. Decent protection there, actually. So complete a pass. It's the little things. It's the little things. And that'll probably be the last play of the third, right? Last play of the third, anyone? Anyone want to go to the fourth? I want to go to the fourth. Let's go to the fourth. Let's go to the fourth quarter. I'd like that. I would like that a lot. Let's just see it through. We're good then. We could just get out of there. They're in the fourth quarter, I think, in the other one. It's 60-0 would be, fine. Let's go into Panthers game, maybe. The other one's kind of costing me. I won't lie. If I could just cash out of this one would be great, but the Panthers not doing anything. That would cost me potential cash out ability. Oh, they just scored. Love that. I'm tempted to cash out that one right now for like 70 pence profit. Very tempted. Yeah, he really is. Do I cash out? I think I'm just going to cash out one of them because I think it's a lost cause of like legit no profit. Just because I have no faith in the Enthroners keeping them at bay for like another score. Actually, I mean, you know what? Fuck, it's £5. Yeah. They need to go to Davin more often, man. The kid's incredible. Look at him, he's just walking through them. Is this what's the most Russian touchdowns in a single game? Do we have that information? His career, single season leaders. It's probably a Madre game. Probably 5 or 6 from a Madre game. Okay, at least that's something. Just, just score. But they got Kari. It would be incredible. If I'm a team that's looking for a running back, I'm fucking looking at him and paying him whatever he wants. Paying him whatever he wants. Fourth quarter in this game. You know what? Let's just watch. That should be the main focus of offense. I completely agree. I don't know why they're trying to move with DJ. It seems like they really like DJ. The fact they're signing some of his like Akron teammates. You know? I don't know what it is with that. I just don't think he's the future. Obviously, he's a character. Say the least. Here is Cologne. Yeah, maybe what I got. I need basically 2 more Panthers scores. If I want to win that one, because of the. Currently they're down by like no, if they go no, I do. I basically need 2 scores. Yeah, honestly, he might be there next year. Maybe not a bad pickup. He's a crazy guy in terms of his personality. I'm not sure if he'd do very well out in Hungary with the level of like weapons, but like. I'm just so confused. Oh, Paris are in second goal. No, stop, don't score, don't do it. Don't score. If you're going to score, go to Nicola. They probably will. Hugo Tegedan would have been a great pickup, honestly. I kind of wish I thought of that. Because he's going to get the passing and he's going to get receiving. In fact, he's got 59 receiving yards, 1 touchdown. And then he's got 43 rushing. I guess he hasn't been like blowing it up in terms of numbers. Damn, Panthers really allowed a screen to a cornerback, you know. That's kind of wild. They got players playing both ways, multiple positions. I didn't think they were going to do that, by the way. When they said, oh, we're going to play playing players in like both ways, I really did not think that was going to happen. Good for them now, I mean, at least. Maybe I should have cashed out. I'm just so disappointed. Really want to see more. They got Richard playing fucking running back and receiver now. I mean, it's something, isn't it? It's something. I'm just, yeah. This week, yesterday's game's really good. These games, not so much. Not my favorite week of football. I'm just checking out these goals. I get 2 goals. It's pretty cool. Boring games, I won't lie. Shot is well over the head of everyone. Shame to lose a team like Cologne if we do lose them now. Not gonna lie. I don't really want them to leave, but like, I really don't think they're going to be able to attract very many people after the year that they've had. Very, very tough sell to have any kind of production. There are 9. He is fucking drilled. He is hit really hard and fumbles the ball, which is unfortunate for him. Man, give it to David. I'd like a David play, please. I'd really like a David play. A David play would be good for fantasy points. It would be good for the current morale, because morale is low, and at least then we'll get some fantasy points. That's pretty much all I'm going for. That's all I've got to go off of, to be honest. Well, these powers are in the fourth as well. 10 minutes left to the fourth for that one. I mean, they might have backups in actually too with Vorsav. Surge on a 3rd and 3. Just stop them on the 3rd and 3. They haven't been able to stop them that much, so that's the only thing. Oh, they got David out. DJ's still in there. David's not currently on the field. I wonder if they've just taken him out to preserve him. There's a motion. They're going to throw with DJ. He's going to go deep. There we go. Nice throw. Nice play. But not, I think, with the touchdown. Oh, fucking hell. Surge have scored again. Fuck me. Oh, Jesus. There's a safety for Paris. Oh my god, man. Everything's going on. These games are all terrible. I can't believe the Sunday luck. It's not been great, I won't lie. Currently, if the scores do stay the same, maybe Panthers get one more. I would technically win my predictions, but it's a big if. I won't lie, big if. Because Surge is just fucking them up. Oh man. We had 3 scores. We had literally scored every game then. I am finished. It is hard to keep energy up when the games have been this shit. I won't lie. This might be the worst stream ever because we have had like nothing competitive, not even slightly. Like all the games are like 50 plus point blowouts. Not been a good one, but it's all right. We'll be off after this. After this showing, we'll switch back to the Enthroners. Maybe I'll watch one more draft of the Enthroners and call it. There's 11 minutes left. I can't see much changing, to be honest. And that could be an hour, so I might even leave it here, boys. There's been too many blowouts even for me. And then the next one's going to be a blowout too. Yeah, I'm going to call it. I'll watch this one later. These have been hard to watch. I'll see everyone next time. Jeez. See everyone tomorrow for ELF Live, basically. Even for me, a man who loves football, that will watch blowouts. These ones have been particularly bad. Particularly grim. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to try and maybe get a little bit of a head start on some maybe a video or something like that. To try and make the time at least worthwhile. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I do appreciate you guys tuning in for the games even like this. So It's greatly appreciated. I'll see you next time. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Atis Forum. Thank you, FP. Thank you, Alex. Everyone who came in. Appreciate it, though. Marcus as well.